Okay, now I just wanted to show you the next thing, which is my PowerPoint. It does have quite a few tiles, but I do not hit every single tile. As you can see, there's probably about 71. I kind of just go by this because it's got everything I need and I don't have to look for specific ones, but I don't have a problem with minimizing that for specific, changing around. I'm open for change. Basically at this point, okay, just went on the wrong page, but this is pretty good. That was my tiles. Here it goes here. It'll allow me to take it from there. I illustrate the license plate mode, emphasizing deterrence at its best. Primary function of the flash cam is deterrence, and this is what you can expect, is kind of what I go by. Talking about the cost savings, the license plate exposure mode, illustrating how, at this picture here is where the customer heard the voice, seen the flash, the quality of the pictures, even though these were a much lower resolution, and then the license plate exposure mode. Loitering, illegal trespassing, deterrence. Again, I always emphasizing deterrence, and in the case of prosecution, the ability to prosecute, and using this as an example. I use this one as a form of allowing them again to consider prosecution, make an example of the taggers and how we have that delay. Normally they'll ask, somewhere in the course of the thing. I try to do my demonstration answering all the questions before they're asked, and I do that with these demos, by going through the whole process. I don't have to go, because to me, every time the customer asks a question and throws me off, I have to jump back and forth. So I like to just run through the whole thing as efficiently as I can. So in this case, I let them know, you have a 20-second option or a 60-second option in order to get those prosecutions. Make an example, get these guys for tagging. It doesn't normally take them 60 seconds to tag, but if you're trying to make an example of them, this is a perfect way to do it. Otherwise, the flash cam would pick up movement. If these people are walking innocently and they're gone, it will sit idle and it will wait, and then once that movement comes again, then it'll pick it up. If that's still there, then in the case of these taggers, then it begins to take pictures. So that kind of answers the question before asked, how do we avoid constant takes? Daylight, if you run your system 24 hours a day, or if you're running it dusk to dawn, depending on the problem, you can always change that, watch the problem go away, and then you decrease it and change your mode to a dusk to dawn sensor mode. Again, examples. The quality of the pictures, action shots. This is a good one, just illustrating that. And again, it's another prosecuted illustration. How the city of Yakima have used their pictures on their website. There is a tab that the Yakima PD has that they load their pictures on, and it's called Can You ID Me? And this is an example of one of those pictures that they loaded and they were able to use to prosecute. I use this particular one, and it would really be helpful. I don't know if QStar has this. This is off demo line here, but I was told that this picture represents an area of where there was a tagging that occurred, but when the public works or whoever it was running it was a little confused, because when they downloaded their pictures, they seen these tags, but there was no tagging on the actual wall. And this is where I share that this is a behavior modifier. The reason why is later in future picture and the other pictures that came after this, they have pictures of these taggers coming out and actually painting the wall. So if we have those pictures to support that story, that would be awesome. But I do use this picture as far as that is concerned. And again, just another one showing, the date stamp and the quality of the pictures, and catching them in the act, and being able to use those on their website. And how graffiti isn't just any specific gender. We have different, caught some of the girls out there tagging. Just the success that the